Hey folks, it's Video Response Day. That's right, a video response to Wheezy Waiter. He asked, and I'm here to help. For these video responses, Wheezy Waiter asked his viewers to give an origin story, and he was pretty vague about it, and he gave a couple examples, and I think I'm going to cover a couple of them today. For me, it's impossible to talk origin story without saying something about my dad. This is probably pandering, as my dad represents about 20% of my viewership at this point. But I can't help it, it's the truth. Here are a few ways in which I am similar to my father. We both have terrible handwriting. We both completely fail to spell most of the time. Is that angel or angle? We have both had to spend a lot of time overcoming these problems because unfortunately, at least in my case, I can tell you that there's not really getting better at either of those things. I've actually put a lot of effort into getting better at those things and it just didn't work. I've had to work around them. And I've heard that you're supposed to have gotten your hair genes from your mother, but I think you'd be hard pressed to say that I don't have my dad's hair. At least that's how it looks in the pictures. You know, from a while ago. I also like to say that I inherited my father's ear. One of my greatest assets as a musician has been my ability to absorb a lot of sound at once and to make sense of it, to hear melodies, but to also hear the inner parts, to hear harmony, to hear all of the workings. But more than that, to be able to really just sit and listen, because that's important. And people don't do it enough. Now, of course, if you know me, you'll probably say, well, you got your music talent from your mom. And I did, because my mother always ensured that I practiced. She always ensured that I was surrounded by music, and she always made sure that I was learning about music. And I'm grateful for that. But listening can also be taught. And that's something my dad gave me. But all of the great things that he taught me, and all of the great things that he potentially genetically gave me, all of them are peanuts compared to the example that he set for me every single day of my life. I can honestly say that my father is one of the key models of how I perceive what being a good person is. Thanks, Dad. But in writing about this topic, I've run into a pretty serious problem. I don't really feel like I'm much of anybody right now. It's difficult to tell a story of your origin when you don't know who you are yet. And this is a problem because I'm 25 and I've done some stuff. I graduated from college, I went to grad school, I got my master's, I got married, I moved to Germany, and it sounds like maybe I've accomplished something. But I haven't. I'm just beginning. I'm at the precipice. I've spent the last 6 months trying to make something, anything happen, and it's going to. It has to. It can't go on like this forever. But it occurs to me that it's just the beginning. Segue. Recently, I started a YouTube channel. Got some new background instruments. Unfortunately, I found it pretty difficult to decorate my background up to this point for reasons. But hey, today, something a little new. Stay on topic. Right. YouTube. So I started this YouTube channel, and this has been a bit of a beginning for me. It's been something that I can do to take some agency in my life. It's something that I can do, that I can create, that I can put into the world. And I don't have to ask anyone's permission. And I don't have to have a big fancy background to make this work. At least, for now. So as you know, this channel has a pretty eclectic atmosphere. I've been doing the theory tutorials, I've been doing life vlogs, I did a tying to tie tutorial. I did a tutorial on how to tie a necktie, but this is also a way to document how I feel and who I am right now. Because someday this question is going to come back around and I'm going to ask myself how the heck I got to where I am. And here it is, right here, right now, sitting on the precipice. I'm Michael Davidson. This was CadentialM. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe. I'd love to see your comments, or better yet, do a response. I'd also like to mention that my mother has been and continues to be a very important source of how I define who I am. I should probably do a video on her too at some point. Don't worry, it's coming.